Hi, I'm going to be going over my final capstone project. Compared to my initial rough cut, I expanded upon it because I realized that I was only showing the work that I was doing during my senior year, and I wanted to show something that reflected more on my whole time at DePaul. So I still have my demo for my doc cinematography reel included, but it's within a larger website. And so I'm gonna start just looking at the website as a whole. Just on the homepage, it starts out with my name, portfolio, and it shows a photo that I took a while ago, and like all the photos that are in the background are photos that I took around the city a while ago. And then you move to the about page, and another photo that I took, and it goes into a section that's more about myself. It's really just my resume. It goes over my skills, my experience, my job experience, like working at Camera Vault, and then my experience with like G&E, being like a gaffer, a key grip, and then further experience outside of school that goes into me being a set electrician on larger projects like union shows and whatnot, and then just what my degree is and how long it took me to achieve my degree. And then I go into my demo page, and it's labeled Doc Cinematography Reel. And for my doc demo, it starts out with my name and what the title of it is, and the first graphic that you see is from an experimental film that I did in my experimental 1 class. I thought it would be a good intro to kind of just lay text over and show that there's more than just documentary footage that I can shoot. I can also give you a little bit of variety. And then, so it starts out with an intro to each project that I shot that I'll be going further into detail as the demo goes on, and just like a few intro shots, and then like giving like a taste of like the variety of the projects that were done over the course of the year. And then it starts specifically going over a project that I did within a bar that captures an event, which is just a pool game, just 2 people playing pool. And this was to highlight like the coverage of a scene between specifically 2 people interacting. And then as you move on, you can see some clips from a personal documentary that I made for class, and this is definitely more of a stylized choice that I made. So it was like not just like recorded footage of people talking or like sit down like talking head interviews. It was voiceover and stop motion animation that was displayed on a wall. And moving past that, I go on to footage of a doc that I did, an essay doc that I did about my experience with writing the L in Chicago, and kind of reflecting on how to find beauty in that everyday life transit. And so that project was to kind of highlight like more of an observational doc, no voiceover or anything like that, and kind of played a lot with like natural light and like the movement of light. And there's that last sequence within this one where you see the train swiping from like left to right to left to right, and I realized it was too long in the original version, so I sped it up. So it's a like little bit faster frame rate, but I wanted to include that stylistic choice within the documentary. And so I just wanted to cut it short on time. And then it goes into a part where I am reflecting on a basketball game, And this was just to show a larger event. Um, Definitely more observational too. The goal was to show a variety of different shots to get more interesting coverage than your typical basketball game. And then it's bookended with more experimental footage of lights being distorted, and I give my contact information. And then the next part of this um, website goes into kind of my example of the work that I've done as a gaffer while taking classes at DePaul. Um, for most of the stills that I pulled, I took 3 stills from each short. So I took 3 from one called um, Cat's Cradle, and well, it was inspired by Cat's Cradle. It wasn't called Cat's Cradle. And then, but the purpose of this was to show a variety of projects that I've gaffed, and like some are more stylized, some are more natural, and so it's like to highlight the differences in lightings and like the variety that I could eventually provide. And so I tried to pick projects that had different styles, had different backgrounds, had different locations, different actors, and kind of, and like just different genres in general too. And so I did a music video, and then I went into a web series, like 3 of those, and then some student shorts that I gaffed, and then some longer form stuff like a thesis that I gaffed, and then yeah, and then there was some more experimental stuff in this too that wasn't narrative. It was kind of like a spoken word visual piece. Also, that was like the last one. So yeah, that was kind of just to show variety. And then after that, I go into my contact information and just list my phone number and my email if it was not already caught in the demo reel or in the about page. But in general, this was kind of just to sum up all my experiences that I've had at DePaul, and because I thought with the documentary stuff that was originally just shown, it was not reflective of how I spent most of my time at DePaul, because in reality I spent most of my time um, using my weekends every weekend to work as like an electrician or a gaffer or side projects off the side, like outside of school. And yeah, I just wanted to get a more cohesive um, product together that I could send in one easy link. And yeah, that pretty much sums up my website.